Tisha B'Av, we read the book of Eicha, Lamentation. Eicha is an author sitting in a rain of ash describing very specific scenes from the end of the world.
It's the end of the world as we know it. It's the end of the world as we know it. It's the end of the world as we know it. And I feel fine.
Wealthy men and elders die of hunger. Babies can't get milk. Our enemies are laughing at us. But only a small portion of the book has anything to say about what we should do about all that, and it's confined to its own chapter. Instead, we're mostly left to sit with our tragedy without hope, without silver lining, without any real conviction to change. You may wonder how all of this provides insight into how we should look at married life.
Because I'm happy. I don't like the roof without a roof. Because I'm happy. If you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. If you feel
may wonder.
Because I'm happy. If you feel that happiness is the truth.
You may wonder how, over our lifetime, we will inevitably face tragedy. We will feel as if our world has ended, as if we are powerless, as if we have met with total defeat. During those times, the most important thing is not to have someone that will tell you that everything will be okay, or how to fail up, or that this loss is only one step in your journey. Instead, the most loving thing a partner can do is simply sit and feel pain together. A wedding day is sometimes referred to as the other most important fast day in the Jewish calendar. Rabbi Gamliel said that Yom Kippur and Tu B'Av are the most joyous days in the Jewish year, and wouldn't you know it, Tu B'Av was yesterday. Just as when we feel grief, we must be present and fully inhabit our grief. Today, let us be present and fully inhabit our joy. Instead of thinking about how the pictures will turn out, whether the family will all get along, or how we'll feel tomorrow, let's inhabit this moment and put our full beings into the love and happiness that we are creating today. I love you all. Let's get this party started.
I'm feeling alright. I don't know the words. Why did you start it? That was nice.
Annie, can I sit here and sit in the shade until Dave's mom comes? If Dave's mom's going to be coming with the crowd, she's going to be up there, so you should sit there with the crowd.
For pictures, families sometimes.
Yeah. Okay, should we? Is it bad you want to see
We're on schedule.
You're not a grandmother?
No, yeah, I am. Oh, but I'm on the
Oh, they're going. Okay, got it.
Yeah, I can do that.
Is it really Anna?
I don't know. I can't tell. That's good. That's good. We don't do it. That's good. Okay. We don't. Okay. There we go.
How you dance Africa?
Mehera, mehera, Shem Elokeinu. Mehera, mehera, Shem Elokeinu. Mehera, mehera, Shem Elokeinu. Mehera, mehera, Shem Elokeinu. Ani Shama, Le'arei Yehuda.
They were roommates.
Yerushalayim.
Okay. I can't.
I was good for about a minute.
I can't.
I'm glad. No, you're good. You're good. Don't. Be comfortable. Make sure you're comfortable. Like you and me.
45 minutes.
It's just like boring.
I don't know.
can go grab mine.
Oh no.
This is the mic volume if you need a man. This I can grab and bring it back to you. I'm literally just
Yeah.
watching this. So.
It's okay. I'll be. Yeah. I'll be right there. I got the cameras rolling, but just need some more bandwidth.
Baruch haba. So Nate now is going to put on his talit with his parents. This talit was made by Nate's mom, I think for his bar mitzvah originally. No, just recently. Woo!
ברוך אתה ה' אלוהינו מלך העולם, אשר קידשנו במצוותיו וציוונו להיטלטף בציצית.
For the bride.
Music's pretty.
Yeah.
Creatures.
Yeah.
please stand? ברוכה הבאה.
מי בן שיח שושן חוכים אהבת קלמי סוס דודים הוא יברך את החתן הוא יברך את החתן ואת הכלה הוא יברך את החתן הוא יברך את החתן ואת הכלה הוא יברך את החתן הוא יברך את החתן ואת הכלה.
Welcome, everyone, to Nate and Anna's wedding ceremony. We kindly ask that you put your phones away and do not take pictures during the ceremony. Don't worry, the photographer has it covered. This also goes for you under the chuppah. For those of you that don't know us, we are Rafi and Hetty. Some might call me a longtime best friend of Anna. And Rafi, who is Anna's second cousin, happens to be my roommate and father of my 3 children. Rafi and I lived in New York with Anna at the same time. And we apparently, she liked us enough to follow us up to Boston. Only when Nate came into the picture did she abandon us for New Haven.
So, word has it that no certified rabbis were willing to attend this shindig. So we were really the last one standing. Disclaimer, this is obviously the first time we've done this. But we have prepared cards in case anyone's interested to contact us later. So, we're going to proceed with the ceremony and provide some ongoing narration. The first thing that we're going to do is sign this beautiful Ketubah over here. We're going to invite up the 2 witnesses who will be able to testify to its validity to come up.
The witnesses are Reuven Grant, Nate's cousin, John Roth, Anna's friend.
The Ketubah is a legal document that we sign at Jewish weddings. It has some basis in biblical law, but really came into existence in the rabbinic period. At its core, it's a good old marriage contract, with promises, counter-promises, and for those lawyers out there, consideration. This contract primarily details Nate's responsibilities to Anna. This is understandable, given that when it was created, it was initially intended to protect women in a time when they were vulnerable to exploitation, which of course is no longer the case since Kamala Harris broke that glass ceiling in 2020 and we eradicated structural patriarchy. But that is not all. The Ketubah isn't simply legalese. It also has poetic language of love. It talks about mutual commitments, the audience and family here to celebrate, and the life journey that these two lovebirds are about to embark on. The one drawback is that it's in Aramaic, obviously. So you might want to have Google Translate handy for later in the ceremony when we read it, but still don't turn on your phones. So we're now gonna sign so we've signed the Ketubah, right? And we've made sure that that they've already signed it properly. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna move on to the wedding ceremony. The wedding ceremony is divided into two halves. The first involves two blessings over wine, which are called the Birkot Yerusin, and then there's the giving of the ring by Nate to Anna, which is the Kiddushim. Through this act, the couple enters into a state of Kiddushin, literally separated from all others and sanctified to one another. The second half is going to come after a break, after a short speech by Hedi. It involves the saying of the Sheva Brachot and is called the Nisuim. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher קידשנו במצוותיו וציוונו על האריות ואסר לנו את הארוסות והתיר לנו את הנשואות לנו על ידי חופה וקידושין. ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש עמו ישראל על ידי חופה וקידושין. So now Nate is going to offer a ring to Anna in order to seal the deal. Aaron, you around? Okay, Aaron's going to deliver the ring. And now Nate has brought two witnesses, both of whom happen to be related to Anna, Mosey Pava and Joseph Stern. They're going to come up. What they're going to do is they're going to ensure that this is a legit ring and that it's worth at least a nominal monetary value. And that Nate properly recites the traditional declaration consecrating the marriage. And finally, that Anna willingly accepts the ring and the commitment that comes along to it. Looks like Walgreens. Okay, so Anna, could you please extend your right finger? Nate, does this ring belong to you? Is it shaveh pruta? Is it worth some money? Yes. Wonderful. Can you please designate these two individuals to the exclusion of all others that they'll be your witnesses? You guys accept? Amazing. Okay. Anna?
Bitrutech, Vitzunech, Hare at Mekdeshet Li Betabad Sot Kedat Moshe Yisrael.
Mikudeshet, Hareini, Mikabelet, Tabaat, Zo, Umekudeshet Lecha, Kedat, Moshe Yisrael.
Mekudeshet. Amazing. Woo! So now I'm going to read the Ketubah, the Aramaic one, and then Anna is going to. Then we'll get to the next part.
One thing at a time.
Okay. באחד בשבת, 16 יום לחודש אב, שנת 5781, למניין שאנו מונים כאן, ליטלטון, קולורדו, ארצות הברית, איך החתן, נתן ברוך בן אברהם ושושנה, אמר להדה בתולתא רחל חנה בת אביגדור ומרים, הווה לי לאינטו כסף זוזי, מתן דחזה לייכי מדאורייתא, ומזונייכי וכסותייכי וסיפוקייכי ומעלותייכי, כאורך כל ערה, וצביעת מרת רחל חנה בתולתא, da vehavat lei leintu, vedan nidunya dehanalat lei מבעבוע, בין בכסף, בין בדהב, בין בתכשיטין, במאני דלבושה, בשימושי דירה ובשימושי דארסה, הכל קיבל עליו נתן ברוך חתן דנן, ב100 זקוקין כסף צרוף. וצבי נתן ברוך חתן דנן, והוסיף לו מן דילי עוד 100 זקוקים כסף צרוף, אחרים כנגדן. סך הכל 200 זקוקים כסף צרוף. וכך אמר נתן ברוך חתן דנן, אחריות שטר כתובדה דנידון ידן ותוסף דדה, קיבלת עלי ועל ירתי בתראי להתפרע מן כל שפר ערג נכסין וקניינין, דאית להו תחות, כל שמיה דקנאי, ועתיד אנא למקנה נכסין דאית להון אחריות ודלית להון אחריות. כול להון יהון אחראין וערבין, לפרוע מן הון שטר כתובתא דנידון ידן ותוספתא דן מיני. ואפילו מן גלימה דעל כתפיי בחיי ובתר חיי מן יום הדנן ולעלם, ואחריות שטר כתובתא דנידון ידן ותוספתא דן, קיבל עליו נתן ברוך חתן דנן, כחומר כל שטרי כתובות ותוספתות, דנוהגין בבנות ישראל העשויים לתיקון חכמינו זיכרונם לברכה. דלא כאסמכתא ודלא כתופסי דשטרי וקנינה מן נתן ברוך בן אברהם ושושנה חתן דנן למרת רחל חנה בת אביגדור ומרים, בתול תודה על כל מה דכתוב ומפורש לאל, במאנה דקשר למקניה בי, והכל שריר וקיים. נאום יונתן אברהם בן רפאל שמשון, נאום ראובן משה בן אברהם. So, now, Nate is going to give this ketubah to Anna, so that in case things, chas v'shalom, don't go well, Anna can, cash in. Anna, in return, is going to present an object of significance to Nate, which in this case happens to be a ring. Anna, you'll also make a statement to the effect saying that the ring, that Nate will obligate himself to the terms of the exchange, for the terms of the ketubah in exchange for the ring. Okay? You're going to give this to her. Do you have the ring? Do you have the ring? You can give it. You want to give it to her parents?
They can put it back.
תקבל טבעת זו ותתחייב לי בכל חיובי כתובה כדת משה וישראל. Accept this ring and obligate yourself to me with all the ketubah obligations according to the law of Moses and Israel.
Woo! So now Hedi's going to hopefully briefly impart some words of wisdom on this couple, and then we will continue with we'll finish up the ceremony.
Wow, we are so excited to be sharing in this incredible moment together. A wedding, as we all know, is a special moment. It brings together three aspects of time. It is the end of courtship and dating. It is an event in of itself, and what an event this is. And it is the beginning of a new future together. This combination is what makes a wedding a holy moment in time, where the sacred is separated from the profane and the mundane. This is a transitional moment, or, as Emil Durkheim tells us, a rite of passage. Indeed, we are celebrating this wedding at a moment of multiple transitions. We just finished commemorating the destruction of the temple and God's alienation from the Jewish people with the 3 weeks between the 17th of Tammuz and the 9th of Av. In 2 weeks, we begin Elul, the month of repentance, followed by the high holidays. Our tradition sees yesterday's Torah portion as a turning point in the Jewish yearly calendar, where we recommit to God and God recommits to us. On the one side are stress, fear, and destruction, and on the other, celebration and commitment and love. Basically, a moment to recalibrate a rough relationship. In yesterday's prayers, we read the Nachamu Haftorah, which talks about reconciliation between God and the Jews, transitioning from the rough patch they had, which ended in where God literally torched his place, talk about drama, toward repentance. In Nachamu, God comforts Israel, promising things will get better for the nation if they keep true to his commandments. If Israel returns to God, God will return to them. In the words of Isaiah, a voice calls in the desert, clear the way of the Lord, straighten out the wilderness, a highway for our God. God then promises not just a bright future, but one that is fruitful, productive, by the way, plague-free, really in there, and a blossoming future. We're also the day after Tu B'Av, like you spoke about in your Tish, a Jewish day of love and marriage. On some accounts, as you guys also talked about, I think, it is considered to be one of the 4, not traditional 3 moments when Israelites went to Jerusalem to celebrate an agricultural transition, an Aliyah L'Regel. It is the Batzir, the beginning of the grape harvest for wine. And I'm sure, as we'll all see later today, wine is key to celebration. In addition to these transitions, we are here celebrating Nate and Anna's transition into married life. This is quite the rite of passage. This is your moment between stress and craziness of planning a wedding, figuring each other out, building a life, and celebration of your incredible relationship. We knew Nate was special to Anna from the beginning because she agreed to send me a screenshot of his Coffee Meets Bagel profile. Anna is pretty private, especially about dating, even to me sometimes. In fact, I'm not sure her Waltham high school coworkers knew Nate existed till he showed up at a barbecue with her one day. Anyway, Nate, great profile. If I remember correctly, you're doing some outdoor activities in your photos, which was definitely a win for Anna. And while you certainly have plenty in common, thank you, a love of hiking and projects, advanced degrees in science, a love of kids and teaching, the thing you really bonded over was spending time together. Nate, you brought Anna into your life pretty early on, introducing her to your friends on a weekend hangout, which was a big deal for Anna to agree to join. Anna, you reciprocated by introducing Nate to us and our kids, and even Peter over FaceTime, and Annie really early on too, which was quite a risk, and eventually 4 months later to your parents. One of the special things about Anna is she is the kind of person that people love to be around. Her classroom is always filled with students that want a safe place to be during a break period. And she's always invited to a few Purim Sudas, and her Christmas cookie decorating birthday party is always a hit. She's easy to talk to and shares loving support of the people around her. Her generosity is overwhelming. She is always bringing an extra bag of cookies when she comes to visit, or sending an idea of a science experiment our 4-year-old would like. She's also the busiest person I know, running marathons while coaching track, teaching a new class every year, and keeping in touch with so many people, seen by all of the representation here, especially impressed by the Camberville crew. Over the years, it was always a challenge to convince her to really find and make that time to date. But when it came to Nate, things were different. Nate was clearly worth making time for. Nate, you are equally as generous, accepting, and so fun to be around, not to mention patient. You can ease the tension of a difficult moment with your kindness and a song. We got to spend so much of lockdown with Nate, and we were impressed by 1, how great of a full-time nanny he is, and 2, how great of a cook and board game player he is. He is cool to the kids and the adults. In fact, our 2-year-old, to our 2-year-old, Nate and Anna took on one identity, Nate. Which is like totally not fair because Anna was there first. Our kids learned so much from you. One weekend when Nate and Anna were off their nannying duty, we were trying to get our 3-year-old Arya to pee before we left, and she broke out into song. If you try before you leave, you'll be so happy you don't have to pee on the path. Nate original. Then a few months later, Arya pointed to a tree and informed me it was a maple tree because it had red leaves. Where did she learn that from? Nate. Nate isn't just great with kids. As many of you know, he's actually really fun for adults to hang out with too. Also a great cook. And Nate introduced us to so many new flavors, like the famous Edelman vodka gimlet or noodle kugel, Hanukkah noodle kugel. Is that right? Thanksgiving Hanukkah noodle kugel combo. Nate quickly won his way into our heart when he brought us a tray of homemade brownies and his peach soufflés or cheese soufflés, we're not sure, to an early Shabbat lunch as his contribution. He is a contributing escape room team member and Codenames player, and super fun and a great catch. Great work, Anna. As many of you know, this has not been an easy year to fall in love. In some ways, that forced some important conversations early on. But there was so much pulling you two together. Nate isn't just a runner, he's a faster runner. and he's one that's willing to slow down to run with you. He isn't just a boyfriend. He's looking for someone serious. He doesn't just celebrate the holidays at home. He joins his dad weekly Torah study and brought their personalized Seder Haggadah to our lives. And of course, Anna is a perfect match for you. She isn't just thoughtful. She can think through a plan, like how to get across country to visit your parents during COVID. She brings a personal touch to every moment, like the circular saw gift she gave you for your birthday. She's a loving roommate to Kuski, introducing a level of discipline while maintaining love and care. She's a willing canoe carrier and down to find and build the next project together. From the counter buffet to the failed garden, you share a love of family, an endless kindness to those you care about, and a commitment to this partnership. Bottom line, Nate and Anna, as you guys celebrate this transition moment, you definitely have a leg up on God and the Israelites. We are excited to be a part of your future together. As we move toward the end of the ceremony, we'll combine celebration and commemoration. We will begin with the celebration part. Nate's mom is going to read a poem, and then we will call up the family to recite the traditional 7 blessings. Jim will follow by reciting the blessing of the Kohanim.
I am my beloved is mine. Anna and Nate, may your love bind you to each other in bonds that grow stronger day by day, as rope will draw up in rainy weather and draw tighter when the sun shines. May your gifts of love and health and strength of mind and spirit be seeds for your planting, which bear good and honorable fruit in the work of your hands. May you continue blessed to share your life with loving family and friends such as these, who in their affection bear witness here today. May you now and always remember for honor and blessing those in your lives who are here and those who are not. May you be blessed with children of such light and joy to you as you have been to your parents. May all your ways be pleasantness and all your paths be peace.
So now we're going to get the 7 blessings started. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם בורא פרי הגפן. Oopsie. Andrew, Nikki.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehakol barach likvodo.
Blessed are you, Lord our God, ruler of the universe, who created everything for your glory.
John and Rachel. Nai, nai, nai.
Nai, 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 nai.
Nai, 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 nai.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam yotzer ha'adam.
Blessed are you, Lord our God, ruler of the universe, creator of humanity.
Rachel and Jonathan.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher yatzar et ha'adam betzalmo betzalam demut tavintu vehikton lo mimenu binyan adead. Baruch atah Adonai yotzer ha'adam.
Blessed are you, Lord our God, ruler of the universe, who has created humanity in their image, patterned after their image and likeness, and enabled us to perpetuate this image out of our own being. Blessed are you, Adonai, creator of humanity.
May she who was left bereft of her children now delight as they gather together in joy. Blessed are you, our God, who delights in Zion with her children.
שמח תשמח רעים האהובים, כשמחך יצירך בגן עדן מקדם, ברוך אתה אדוני, משמח חתן וכלה.
Grant great joy to these loving companions, as you once gladdened your creations in the Garden of Eden. Blessed are you, Adonai, who delights in bridegroom and bride together.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bara sasam v'simcha chatan v'kala,
asher bara sasan v'simcha chatan v'kala.
Gila rina ditza v'chedva, ava ve'achva ve'shalom ve'reut. מהרה אדוני אלוהינו יישמע בערי יהודה ובחוצות ירושלים. כל ששון וכל שמחה, כל חתן וכל כלה, כל חסון וכל שמחה, כל חתן וכל כלה, כל מצלות חתנים מחופתם ונערים ממשתה נגינתם. ברוך אתה אדוני משמח חתן עם הכלה.
Blessed are you, Lord our God, King of the universe, who created joy and happiness, groom and bride, gladness, jubilation, cheer, and delight, love, friendship, peace, and fellowship. Lord our God, let there speedily be heard in the cities of Judah and the streets of Jerusalem and the sounds of joy and the sound of happiness, the sound of a groom and the sound of a bride, the sound of exultation of grooms under the chuppah and youths from their joyous banquets. Blessed are you, Lord, who delights in bridegroom and bride together.
Amen. Nai nai, nai nai nai, nai nai nai.
Yivarecha Adonai v'yishmerecha. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'yichunecha. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom.
Okay, we are getting really close, I promise.
I didn't do it in English. You want it?
No, I think we're fine, right? Okay, we're really close to the end, okay? So, before we break the glass, Elise is going to sing Imash Kachech, which is a song where we remember how Jerusalem and the destruction of the temple even when we're celebrating. More so than ever, this is a time when it's so apparent that the world is broken and in desperate need of repair. Let us not forget the plight of so many of our neighbors and the planet, even as we celebrate this marriage. We hope, in fact, we know that Nate and Anna will continue to do their part to right the ongoing wrongs and make the world a better place.
Im eshkachech Yerushalayim tishkach yamini titpak lishoni lechi ki im lo Eskarechi im loale at Yerushalayim al rosh simchati im loale at Yerushalayim al rosh simchati
thee. Finally, Nate will break the glass. Once he does that, we will shout Mazal Tov and help the couple dance their way out here to the Yichud room so that they can get a minute alone. The rest of the guests are invited to the party. Nate, we hope you will make quick work of this glass. We, for one, are more than ready for you two to get on with life and start making babies.